This is professional radio, gentlemen.
And it's front-wheel drive.
Scotty, have you got anyone you want to thank?
Just myself.
And now we do the after hours. Dun, dun, dun.
Gentlemen, what would you go for?
Dacia Sandero.
Okay, and because it's not a supercar.
But it is.
It's not.
Automotive perfection comes in the form of two letters, A and U.
Long live my LTD.
There we go. I can hear you guys.
no.
Oh, sorry about that, guys. That was
And that's a
own-
podcast, I think.
Yeah, that's a podcast.
Okay, see ya.
I'll start
Talking
again.
about Matty now.
Yes, that's
Like
geez.
an alternate reality.
I didn't press a button on my sorry to our live listeners. Let's start again. Welcome to Car Talk with Matty J. It's me, Matty J, online with Mr. Rob Zadai, Mr. David Prince, Mr. Ed Bunting, and Mr. Scotty Doe Johnson. How are you, gentlemen?
Still good.
Good, thank you. Yes, good, thanks.
Yes,
Yep,
good.
good,
Thanks.
thanks.
Hi, Ed.
Hi, good, thanks.
Yeah,
How are you, Matt?
yeah, not too bad, buddy. Not too bad. Good to see your lovely faces. Good to see, a couple of good days of weather. We've had a bit of an interesting.
Warm.
Warm. Yeah, it was like I took my jacket off today. I was like, oh, this is I know. I had the guns out, which is not really anything, but anyway. So yeah, it was good to see your lovely faces, gentlemen, as it always is. Let's crack on with some car updates before we get to tonight's topic. Rob, updates with you, my friend.
Well, I've got a bit of a dilemma.
Okay.
With my transit again.
Oh no.
You
As soon as you said dilemma, I was like, guaranteed.
Like transit.
Not
Guaranteed
so much the transit's fault, more of the owner's fault.
Oh dear. Okay.
What's he gone and done?
I lent my transit to someone.
Mm-hmm.
Were they
And they-
paying for it?
They smashed it.
Oh no.
Oh,
Randy,
Hang on, Matt. Wait, maybe. Oh, yes.
no, they didn't write it off. I said, you've done a bad job because you didn't write it off.
Oh, no.
Uh,
So they smashed it enough. Now I need to sort of get your opinion. They bent the back quarter panel, but they didn't rip the paint, but smashed all the plastic, the back bumper, the back corner section, ripped out the side lights, the LED lights,
mm.
bent the panel. But now, should I go for insurance? Shouldn't I go for insurance?
Why would you not go through insurance?
Well, it's $1,000 to replace the plastic. And why would I go for my insurance and then up my premium for a car I didn't smash?
What? Who was driving it? Were they insured?
No, because it's a friend of mine that I lent my car to.
Oh, well, it's got to go through your insurance. Or you just say to them, you just pay the bill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good option. You can
How
say,
much is the bill?
This is the million-dollar question. We haven't ripped the plastics off it to see how badly he's bent underneath the plastic.
What's the excess on your policy?
The excess is only $1,000, and to buy all the parts, not to do the work, just the parts is $1,060.
Oh, I think I'd be going through insurance and saying you cover the excess and off we roll.
So then ups my premium for being a good guy.
Or you just get a quote to do the full job and say, well, $2,500 and we'll call it a day.
Well, I did
Does that
get a
help?
sort of quote from my panel beater. I reckon if we can strain it without damaging the paint, only be a couple of $100 to fix it.
Oh, that's all right.
Okay.
But
Okay.
if he has to actually start doing some panel beating, he'll have to spray the whole quarter. And
Yeah.
that'll be like
Yeah.
a couple of grand.
Yeah. And is your friend willing to pay?
Well, he said he was.
That's
right.
where you can go by, so.
I mean, you could always go, just suss it out, see if it can, if he can do it without damaging the paint. And if he does, happy days. If not, well, unfortunately, mate, you got to tell him, sorry, you're either gonna go through insurance or you're gonna have to pay the rest of the bill because it's gonna.
Once you get started and start tearing it down to see what the problem is.
Correct.
You can't, you've lost your insurance path to go through insurance.
I mean, surely if they take it off and they say, okay, no, it is too far gone, we need to paint it, they can just, say, we can go through insurance. So that way, at least you've had a look, you know?
Yeah.
Might be.
So now I have to run around. I have to go through all the hassles, take the car back and forth, get everything all sorted out.
Don't loan your car to people.
Yeah.
No more. So that's my dilemma, and that was my week.
I think Ed put in a Instagram post recently. Yes, it's a you. No, I will not be helping you move.
Oh yeah, no, I can't help you move house.
Well, that's what he was doing. He was moving house.
Yeah.
And it was his fault, obviously.
Well, he backed into the fence down the driveway, not without paying attention. He's got a reverse camera.
Sensors.
Beepers.
He's got sensors. He's got everything, and yet he still managed to hit the fence and take out that whole side. And as a matter of fact, even my front left-hand bumper bar and my mirror's got a scrape on it.
Bloody hell! What did you do to it?
A good job.
Don't know. I don't think he should be driving.
Especially one of your cars.
And I was hesitant, but reluctantly, I said, "It's only around a corner. He's only moving, down the road. It's not too far. Nice weather, nice day. It'd be all right."
Ugh.
No.
Rob, I know someone in my family that borrowed someone's work van. Did the whole day's driving, and then the last bit was just smashed it. Like just scraped virtually, a good meter worth of length of the van.
Yeah.
And was like, I did all day, not an issue, and then that's the last second, and I've done that. Yeah, so can relate, Rob. I think at the end of the day, I think that they didn't go through insurance, but they just paid it out of whatever it costs to get fixed on the side. But yeah, look, I'd try to see what your friend can do, and if that works, I'd definitely do that route. If not, I think that's a discussion that you guys need to say, and maybe we need to go through insurance, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think if I get a proper dint guy, I reckon someone who does dints for a living, I reckon he should be able to. It's the whole length of between the wheel arch and the back quarter where it's just pushed in the middle, and it's in by about 5 mil. You have to look for it, but you can see it over that distance.
Yeah,
straight edge to it. But a good paintless dint remover guy should be able to, I would think, as long as it doesn't start bowing and buckling, tinning.
Tap magic.
Yeah,
They're in the Hoppers Crossing, so they're not too far.
Okay.
I've got in mind your van's orange. Is it orange?
No, it's grey.
Grey. So, I mean, if it's got to be painted, you've got to make sure it's a good match and blended in enough for the whole thing. Yeah. It's a big canvas to work with, isn't it?
Yeah.
Massive canvas.
Yeah. That would be my concern, trying to get it without having to be painted, matched.
I don't want to get it painted. I'll hate myself for it if I did paint it. It's borderline, me wanting to keep the car now.
Yeah.
Ooh, borderline.
Now doing this and painting it.
Yeah.
Car's going.
Can't do it.
High ace.
High ace. Yeah. Get it and convert it into a 4-wheel drive.
Yeah. Better still bring a 4-wheel drive high ace in from Japan.
That'd be awesome. But that's already like 140K there alone.
So
you might as well then just buy a Mercedes 4-wheel drive.
This is you can like I went in when I was in the land of New Zealand. The guy picked us up in this big Sprinter van, and we did Milford Sound, and that was a beast. That thing went, and he was ripping corners. I was like, this thing's wild. So yeah, could do.
Yeah. So anyway, it is what it is. So that's my van story.
Okay.
But I've learnt now I'm not going to lend it to anyone.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Hey Rob, could I borrow your van next weekend?
Could I that next weekend, Rob?
Look, under one condition.
Yeah.
You don't bring it back in one piece.
Yeah.
It's not drivable.
So if we're going to do it properly.
It's something hard.
That's what I told him. I said, he goes, so you're going to be upset with me? I said, I am upset with you because you didn't do it properly.
Yeah.
That's right.
So if you're going to smash it, make sure you smash it. Don't half-ass it.
So that's your updates. We're also joined by Jim Barlow. Hello, Jim.
Hi, everyone. How are we?
Barlow.
Thank you.
Good to see you, mate. Currently going through car updates. David Prince, updates with you.
I've had a couple of drives of cars I haven't driven in a while over the weekend, which was really good. I got my red Integra back out of storage. We've got a 40th anniversary of the Integra event coming up in June. I wanted to make sure it's there for that. Coffee morning down in Moorabbin, integrated with coffee, I think it's called. Someone came up with. And yeah, we're just going to get one of every generation, well, more than one of most down there. Lots of DC2s and DC5s in the club, and a couple of nice early cars. So that'll be good. But oh my gosh, it's such a sweet thing. It drives so nicely and still smells like an 80s Honda. Brings back lots of memories, that car. Very good thing. And swapped that over with the Grand Prix. So I drove the Grand Prix. Then I moved the van down to Huntingdale. Got some great photos of that tucked away in the corner. I went down the next morning and there was some spurious comments made around it. They thought it was because it was parked next to the rubbish bin. They thought it was going out with the rubbish. So I had to nip that in the bud. But that's running perfectly well too, touch wood. So
as you should have. You should have been like, that is, how dare you?
It's got a little ratty look about it, David.
I know.
It's called patina, Edward.
But
Bunting.
I was able to say, I've had
I know.
cars for 35 years now. Whatever you can say to them, I've heard it before. Like I've had every possible.
Yes, every comment.
And people think they're so funny, and they're the first person to ever say that, and they're not. So,
yeah.
Whatever they're saying, they're not the first person.
Why don't you just carry it home?
Yeah.
Can you just say,
blades, mate?
if someone says about this, you'd be like, okay, stop. And you just reel them off. You'd be thinking of one of these things.
Where do you put the batteries, David?
Where do you wind it up from?
Yeah.
That's, of course, not helped by the Honda Z that was getting around for a long time around Melbourne with a great big keys glued on the back window. So it just looked like you wound the thing up with a great big key. What else? Oh, okay. And I've got another dilemma. So my wife has a new car, and we park it in that Honda couldn't fulfill the requirement list, so we have a Hyundai Tucson hybrid as well in the family.
Congratulations on the purchase. That's a good car.
It's a very nice car to drive. We park it now. The people that are in my house know there's a big tree in their front yard of our house, and Kath's car usually sits in front of the front door. There's a sort of turn-in area. So we've had cars parked there for years, obviously, and the trees drop stuff, off leaves and bits of sap and all that sort of thing. We've always just got in the car and put the wipers on, cleaned the windscreen, from a couple of things, gone about our day. This thing sat there for 2 or 3 days because we were swapping over stuff and car seats and things like that. I couldn't get the marks off the windscreen, and I'm sort of little sappy drops and stuff like that. And I thought, this is ridiculous.
Unusual.
It's like it was almost like they were etched into the glass. And I thought, that can't happen, surely. I've got them off today. I've cleaned them. I bought some of that Maguire's crystal
glass cleaner, yeah.
Very, very good stuff. But it took a lot to get them off. So I actually rang a friend in the trade from Restorer, Louise, who does windscreen repairs and headlight repairs and things like that. And she said, I've never heard of that happening before. She wondered if it was something that the dealership had detailed it with, like the cleaner that had helped stuff stick onto the screen or something. But yeah, I wasn't.
I mean, you would think that glass is glass, whether it's
exactly what she said.
Glass or Mazda glass. It's
what she said.
Why would it be any different?
Yeah, I know. But I'll show you next time you're over. But it's really stubborn. Like it, and it's never been an issue with the other cars that are parked there, shall we say? So yeah, I was a bit flabbergasted about that. So that's going in for its first service in a couple of weeks. So I'll ask the question there, but that's all I can think.
Yeah, but hang on, you've just literally got it like days ago. How can it be for service?
I know. Oh no. Well,
it's an inspection.
It's up to about it's 1,000K free inspection.
Oh, that one, the 1,000K.
Yeah. So it's done about 400 or something now. But already out of the box, it's very economical compared to what we had previously. Very smooth, very quiet. Very nice.
Nice. Are they 1.5 or 1.6?
1.6 turbo. Yeah. With
DCT?
automatic. Interesting.
Yeah, DCT, yeah.
Oh, double clutch, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what I had in that one I bought and sold, but that wasn't a hybrid. That was a 1.6 all-wheel drive double clutch, I think.
Yep. Yep.
But yeah, not a hybrid, just a normal petrol.
This is all-wheel drive too, actually. You don't get an option on the premiums.
Yeah.
They're all four-wheel drive,
Yeah, yeah.
which is another point of difference to the Kias. The Kias, you can have two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive.
Ow.
Yeah. So I think that's my updates. Caddy transmission still going whistling at me like there's a mouse stuck in the transmission somewhere. But
That out of warranty now?
oh yes, yes.
Oh.
Just VW things. Well, they did say to you that they would honor it, didn't they, David?
They
Like,
did say to me that, yes.
We'll get that in writing.
get that in writing. I was about to say, yeah, absolutely.
I might be doing a bit of a road trip to Sydney in a month's time or a couple of months' time. So I might book it in again and just say, have another look at this. Now it is out of warranty. You might agree with me that it's making noises.
Yeah.
Yes, I got sick of hearing, yes, they're performing completely as per spec.
It's like, no, it's not.
Within spec. Within spec.
Within spec, that's it.
So that's you, David Prince. Edward Bunting. How are
Hello. Oh, there's a few things. I sold the Vienta to David's neighbours. That had a detail, and I did spend a little bit of money on that. So all new shockies, front control arm bushes, wiper blades, of course. They love doing wiper blades for a roadie. And yeah, it came up, really quite nicely considering it had not been detailed in a while. And it ran beautifully, so that V6 3-litre with the 4-speed auto is a very nice combo. And they drive a lot more prestigious and premiumly than you would think for an Australian assembled car. So I sold that to a kid for his first car. Someone else did want to buy it, but they didn't want to leave a deposit. And I said, well, that's fine on a Thursday or a Friday, but it's still advertised over the weekend. Like if people want to come and buy it, I'm not going to stop them if you don't leave a deposit. So I said, look, you can wing it and wait till Monday when you want your inspection done, but just be aware that could happen. Oh, okay, let me know how you go over the weekend, So I sold it over the weekend, and I messaged them and said, I'm really sorry, but it's gone. And then they proceeded to not say anything, but give me a 1-star marketplace rating. And I wrote back and said, is that really fair? Like, I've been very reasonable. I've answered all your questions. I told you the process of how this works. Like, you don't buy a house without leaving a deposit, or a 5% if you're one of the lucky younger people who get away with that. And I said that's sort of how the world works. I'm not being unreasonable here. But if someone's waving cash at me and wants to buy the car, well, I'm selling the car. It's still in the market.
Yeah.
So then they just wrote back, ha, 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 ha. So this is the caliber of individuals we deal with on Marketplace.
Yeah.
And I've got a few 1-star ratings, actually, because I'm on another friend sort of commenting, why is your rating so low? And I'm like, well, I'll tell you this, my rating might be low, but it's not from anyone that's purchased a car from me. So these are people, wannabes, who haven't purchased a car from me, have rated me 1 star. Whatever. So that's the Vienta gone. I purchased a CRV during the week, which is a 2010 third gen with that sort of roundy rear window on it. Really nice car. That's a one owner, done 78k in a manual. 6 manual those are. So it's the limited edition, which gets alloys and beepers and Bluetooth and a couple of other little things. But other than that, it's fairly standard. But gee, they drive well. I was just saying to our mutual friend Nick, who's got one, he's got one exactly the same with 200,000 k on it. And I said, this drives beautifully. It's quiet, it's supple, it's nice. It's it's just a good thing. So yeah, that is soon to be on the market. I'll get it detailed and get a roadie on that. And nice little one owner CRV. That'll be about 10.5 grand drive away, I think.
No more to pay?
No more to pay. I put the Falcon Ute in to get some of its work done. I've been roosting around in that on cheap LPG now for a month or so, and loving myself sick.
How good is it?
How good is it? It's the best. I love it.
Did they want to buy it off you when you took it in?
Oh, he likes it. He's a Ford guy. So we're doing the oxy sensors front and back. We're doing a new thermostat because it would, you go on the freeway and the temp gauge would plummet, and then you sort of sit in traffic and it would come back up to half. So that's just a sign of a stuck open thermostat. He's refitted a new driver's door handle thing on the inside. They all snap because they're built like crap, those plastic things.
Yeah.
What else has he done? He's had a look over it for roadie. Said, yeah, tiny little oil leak from the front. Might be the front timing seal. Might be a sump gasket, but I'm not going to worry about it. Needs the front arms for a roadie. That feels great to drive. I'm going to do them now, but it needs the front.
Sorry, Ed. It just completely cut out there. Can you?
Well, I was still here.
Yeah. Sorry. Could you repeat? You had him look over the car. You said.
Had him look over the car. And it needs 2 rear tires, little oil leak from either the sump gasket or the front timing seal, and the front control arm things.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Exactly. One interesting thing was that car, the first owner who I bought it from said, it had a motor in it at 45,000 K because it was burning oil really. It was billowing smoke sort of almost from new. He always, I don't know if I said it on the podcast before, but he thought it was the cars around him in traffic, like old cars. And then one day he said, I was sitting at the lights and there was literally no one else there. And the smoke came past my window and he thought, shit, maybe it's my car. He said he took it back to Ford. It was still under warranty. And
it's a faulty motor.
Well, they had it for 5 weeks. He said they gave him another ute in the meantime and they fully repaired it, rebuilt it, put another motor in it, did whatever. So I was under the impression that it had another motor in it from what he said. And because he pulled the dipstick after he noticed this smoke was his car and there was bugger all oil in it. And he thought, God, it's chewed through, all the oil on the dipstick. Like, that's not good. Anyway, the guy today, I said, can you just check the engine number? Because I was wondering if the engine number on Vic Roads was the one in the car. Had it been changed if it had had a motor in it, even though it was all those years ago. And the engine number matches the tag on the body of the car. Like it's a matching numbers.
That's the original engine then.
Original engine. But the mechanic said, the interesting thing is your block is spray painted black. And he said, these motors are not spray painted black. These motors are like silver.
They're not painted at all, actually.
So it's been spray painted black. So he said,
It's not a rebuild.
Whatever's been done to it, they've painted the block, but it's the original block. And I'm like, that's interesting. So whether it's just had a top end rebuild, which I wouldn't think you'd paint the block, it sounds like it's had a full bottom end rebuild because it was faulty. Done by Ford, and then I thought, David, of that guy we interviewed on the podcast.
I just think of him. Colin.
I might actually ask him about did they paint the blocks black for some reason to denote that it's been remanufactured, or I don't know. So it runs beautifully, but it's just done slightly less Ks maybe than what the Speedo. But it's the original motor.
What's interesting with like Falcons especially is the VIN number of the actual car. The last few digits for the engine number are exactly the same as the VIN number.
Ah, right.
So it's so you can definitely tell if it's not it's
a matching.
It's a matching numbers car by the block number and it's on the VIN tag and the engine
car, but it is a matching car.
So they've rebuilt it. So that's pretty good.
They've done something with it, and it was gone for 5 weeks, which is a long.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes sense. It was empty and it was really rebuilt. So it doesn't matter. I'm going to do a 1,000,000 kilometers there.
100%. 100%.
In other news, today at lunchtime, I went to the builder of my old Renault 16 engine, who has had that for maybe 4 years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So I saw the motor today. I took him some parts, being a new water pump from Czechoslovakia or somewhere. And what else did I take him? Water pump and some other part that he wanted. Anyway, dropped it. Oh, alternator. That's right. And the bracket, the belt, the metal thing that the alternator slides on. I took him that. So I saw the motor. I mean, the motor is like you can eat off it. It's brand new, sitting on the engine stand. And he said, yeah, I'll put that on. I'll put that in. He's got a brand new clutch for it there. So we're almost there. I've been saying that for years, but I feel like it's closer than it has been in other years. So that was good to see. It does exist. It is getting done, all at a snail's pace.
Very good.
I think that's the car updates. Yeah. Oh, I drove the Moke. I was in a bad mood on the weekend and I just went over to get these Renault parts, and of course the Moke is in that garage. And I thought, oh bugger it, the sun's out. I'll take it for a fang.
Sun's out, Moke's out.
Sun's out, Moke's out. And I just thought, I was suddenly in a much better mood. I thought you can. It's a real good antidote driving a Moke.
Cars are good for that, aren't they?
Yeah,
My
cars are
car is
good.
anyway.
And I was just flying down 70 down whatever road, boundary road, and I was like, hee hee, this is fun.
Yeah.
Yes, that's it for cars, I think.
Scotty Doe.
What have I been doing? Not me personally, but I did get a mechanic to come out and fit an alternator onto the blade.
Happy days.
Yep, everything's all good. So I did mention that it was making a horrible noise. Once we removed it, which was, yeah, I could see it's a bit of a pain in the butt. You got to kind of pull quite a lot of things forward and remove to get to it. I mean, you can see it, but it's just to get to it and then pull it out. It's very tight, as you can imagine, a V6 packed into a hatchback. And it was the bearings were shot. So you try and spin it by hand, and it just doesn't really spin at all compared to the new one. So I put the new one in. It's all good, and I'll probably get a new battery to go with it too soon.
Yep.
Just as a good peace of mind, because I don't know how old the battery is. He did a battery test. It's still okay. But he said, just to be sure, get that done in a couple of months. So I'll do that. That's something easy to do and swap that one over. Other than that, it's all good. It's running nice and strong.
Happy days.
Scotty, have you sold the Insight, the Honda?
That one's still sitting there. I got an offer today again from someone else for $4,000.
Sounds not too bad.
And
David, come on.
what do we got here?
Not a squillion Ks though.
Yeah, that's probably what knocks it
I
around.
know. I mean, we know it's good, but you got to put yourself in someone's shoes, going
Yeah.
a Honda that no one's ever heard of, and it's done a squillion Ks.
What do you say in here? Oh, someone was just like, I'd like to know more information about your car. Are you selling it with all the accessories included?
What do you mean accessories?
That's what I said. So I'm not
You
taking
get
anything out of it. Like, it'll come with the car mats that are already in there, I promise. I'm not going to take them out. Like, what do you mean?
What are you
Accessories.
talking about?
Bargaining tool, the car mats.
Yeah. Or
You can actually haggle it.
Careful, Scott. You'll get a 1-star rating.
and then they'll
Yeah,
go,
honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ha 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 ha.
I couldn't care less because I don't really plan on selling much more on this.
Yeah.
Except for maybe the Skyline.
For
Yeah.
sale
Yeah, could go. Yeah.
to make
Very much.
what, Scotty?
Very much debating of getting rid of it.
What would you replace it with?
Ooh, don't know at the moment. It's just it just sits there and just doesn't get driven.
Yeah, well, that's your fault. Drive it.
It's just where it's located, and I just don't have much time to go to my parents and then shift cars to get it out and take it out for a little drive and then put it back in and reverse it in and park it and put cars back. It's just, yeah, a pain in the butt.
It's a bit hard.
Yep. I'm a whinger.
Get into then if you don't have a Skyline. What's going to be
Don't know. I need.
What,
I know. I need something
hockey?
to tinker and do, and I think because the Skyline's pretty much is done. There's
Done,
nothing I
yeah.
can
Oh,
tinker
you want
with.
a project? You want a project now?
Not a full project. Something that I can just add to and tinker with. So it's still drivable, but I can do little bits and pieces to keep me occupied.
I'll bring you 1 car per week for the next year.
I like to have things to look forward to, and maybe this needs to be fixed at some point, and I'll search for the part that I might need and put it aside, and when I got time I can go around and fit it and fix it. Just those kind of little things I really like doing, even if it was suspension stuff, I'm happy to do that. Maybe upgrade suspension, or I'm thinking like, oh, maybe I need to do some brakes at some point, and I could do that. And I like kind of tinker and change brakes, but it's just, yeah, it's the 31's done. The only next step, if I wanted to go extreme and spend a lot of money, is
Turbo.
turbo, or if I want to upgrade brakes, it becomes 5-stud conversions, and then I'd have to go and find new rims because I can't use the ones that I've got. So everything that you can think of just becomes super expensive.
Yeah, it's the next kind of like big progression point, but it's also big dollars.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the thing. It's just it's massive dollars, and I just kind of like to do bits and pieces, even if I want to do like adjustable coilovers and stuff in it. That's you're looking at $1,500.
Yeah.
And then because the fronts are different the way it is, I got to get a piece welded on, just the way the design is and the shocks, and that's only for the Australian delivered 31s. Is like this, so yeah, everything's just very expensive for me to tinker with. There's nothing to tinker. I've bought all the little bits and pieces and done fitted them.
Yeah.
What would be cheap enough to tinker with and work on that? It's not costly.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Ford Falcon FG.
I think I get in the mindset where I like to try new cars all the time. When I was working full time and living at home, well, I didn't really have many expenses, so I don't remember the last time I really paid rego because I just kept buying another car. And it'll come with 12 months rego. And it got to a point where I was just sitting there and go, you know what? I don't even remember the last time I've paid a rego. Because I just kept chomping through cars because I just wanted to move to the next one and give it a go. And
I was doing that recently with fuel. Yeah, if it had a lot of that, I'd buy it.
So go to Manheim's and look at cars with the full fuel gauge.
That's right. That's what I was doing. Yeah, exactly.
And extended rego.
Yeah, rego on a full tank. Whew.
Happy days. Happy days.
Yeah.
And you
So
go
that's where
lane,
I'm at.
what is it, lane 6, is it, Ed?
Lane 4 is
Lane
the
4?
lane.
Lane 4. Okay,
Yeah.
lane 4.
The clearing lane.
Clearing
Lane 4. You never know quite why they're there.
Is that the kids undercover lane? Is that where they usually are?
The kids undercover cars are either in that lane or the lane 3. They'll be in either, depending on how shit they are.
Well,
Hello.
so that's you, Scotty. Jim Barlow.
I was just thinking then, Scotty, if you want something to tinker with that, would mean you'd probably never leave the garage again, you could just buy an old English car.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah, true.
This is true.
Like an Armstrong Sidley.
Yeah, you might probably forget what you look like, but, if you want something to tinker with. So
Very
updates
true.
on my end. Yeah, so updates on my end. So I had a really good weekend catching up with Matty J and his family and stuff. Got to drive the Forester, which was really cool, and went to the footy, which was good. Picked up some... he picked up some parts for me for my new car.
Yet to be disclosed. Don't give it away, Jim.
No, this is true. And then the other thing that was good too is I had the Accord go in for pre-roadworthy, and all that they said it needed was a windscreen, an engine degrease, and 2 bushes.
Nice.
Yep. I did also end up, though, getting the power steering pump replaced and the knock sensor replaced, so that's gotten rid of the check engine light, and everything has been done now, so it's going in for roadworthy on Friday, and then registered next week, and then I can get to the bumpers at some point, but at least then it'll be registered.
When do you think you'll use that car, Jim? What sort of use will that get, do you think?
Longer term weekend, but I think at the moment it'll probably help me commute to work while I'm having some stuff done to the Civic before I travel interstate this year. So it'll sort of cover that. The other thing that I was quite impressed with was that I filled it up again today to sort of see if I had just had an anomaly or not. But I've gotten the fuel consumption in the Euro down to 6.7 litres per 100.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, so quite happy with that.
As I said to you, Jim, my one was never that good. Mine was always a bit thirsty. It was thirsty on oil too, to be fair, but it was,
So was
you
that
know,
manual?
mine was automatic.
Yeah, that's the difference.
Yeah, I didn't like expect it to be that much of a difference. That's huge. I mean, again, that is
speed,
6
yeah.
speeds. Yeah, 6 speeds. Yeah.
Yeah, and also I am short shifting intentionally to try and like eke out as much fuel as I can eke out. What else?
Into neutral on that big downhill run into Sandringham.
But at 100, Jim, in 6, that would only be ticking over at what, 1,500 RPM or something?
No, 2,400.
Oh,
okay, all right.
Yeah, it's quite short actually. Like
Okay.
I mean, I know they're very different cars, but when you go like from the Magna to the Euro is very short in comparison.
Yeah.
Like it. If the road's flat, you can put it into 6 at 60. Like it's very, very low. So in comparison, what else was I going to say? Oh, and the other thing that was quite frustrating that I managed to do without even being in the car was last night, I think I went to move the new car. When I got into it, I thought, why does it smell like engine oil? But I haven't driven it for several days. Turns out that when I had put in the spare engine oil in the back after topping it up a little bit, I hadn't quite closed the lid properly. And so when it's fallen over, the back of the boot floor's got oil. So yeah, got to figure out how to sort that out properly. But anyway, so I think that's probably it for my car updates at the moment.
Lovely, good to hear the Accord get on the road next week, which will be exciting. Updates from me. Laser is at Ratner's. We're speaking to him today about
the old one or the new one.
The old one.
Yep.
So he basically said to me, he's like, this car is so hard to move because it's so bent. He proceeded to tell me, please come and get all the interior bits that you need, like the remainder, like stuff before he does something very sacrilege to it. So
he's going to chop it, isn't he? He's going to chop.
He's gonna he's like, because it's so far bent, he has to put it on a for me to, because I'm gonna go help him take the engine out. He's like, I need to lift it up with the fork.
Yeah.
But because underneath it, it's so like the chassis is so twisted, where the back, to hold the car up is it's not there because it's completely munted. He has to kind of put the forks through the kind of the glass of the car and lift it up that way. So then that way he can position one of the arms from the hoist like right underneath the middle, so he can get the car on. He's like there's just no other way to do it.
Wow.
So he's like it's that bent. Like he tried to have a look at it yesterday because it got dropped off yesterday morning, and he's just like, how the hell am I going to put this on the hoist to pull the motor? So he said to me, what we're going to do is we're going to just drop the whole K-frame, and just drop everything out in one piece, and I'll put it on.
I thought he might be getting an angle grinder and just cutting the motor out.
Well, he said he might have to, because where the front. Well, that was when I asked him. I said, can we just do it on the thing? He's like, look, we can't really do it where it is because the front. I mean, you saw it, the front, support panel and the left, I guess, leg of, also the right leg of the chassis, it's actually bent that way, so it's kind of blocked a lot of things in, so you can't get access from the top.
Yeah.
So right where the engine engine mount and stuff, he's like I'm gonna have to cut all that out. He's like, we just cannot get that out. It's
like when you think about taking a motor out of any car, it's always fine tolerances. Factory.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. This is
when stuff's bent, it's like you got no hope.
Yeah.
So he called me to one say, look, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to fork it that way. It's the only way I'm going to be able to get it on, because like it's like if you get the forks underneath the front end of the car, it could just tip backwards and then even more cooked. So I'm gonna have to go get
the only things you were going to get
cluster.
The cluster, yeah, and the wheel or something.
Yeah, cluster. I want to see if I can take out a few of the. If I can get at the dash, because the dash on that's mint. Like it's better than the new car.
Big job, man.
But it's a big job. So like I do want to get a few little last bits and pieces from it. So I'm gonna go do that Saturday morning, and like first thing I'm gonna be there as soon as he opens at 8, and then just take the last few things out. So then that way you can fork it onto the um onto the hoist so we can just drop the K-frame. But he's like, I'm gonna have to cut up. Like he's already pulled off the guard. I think he said he was gonna pull off the guard and cut the arm that way, so that way he's got more access to the mounts to drop everything. So yeah, he was actually surprised at how Ben it was as well. He didn't see any pictures of it until until it got dropped there yesterday. And
Oh,
he's like, oh dear, that's yeah. I had a big chat with him this afternoon after work.
What about the blue car?
So the blue car, all my parts have pretty much come in. The only parts I have to the other parts I've got to take off are the front struts and front brakes from the black car, which will go on, but I'll do that once we drop the K-frame and everything. I can do that later. That's going in on Tuesday to get everything done. The only things that won't be done will be the front shocks and front brakes. So I'm getting a new time belt, water pump, all the bushes and the few things it needs, rear brakes. I did the rear brakes on the black car not too long ago, so I could probably do it if I got time. So he's like, well, it's there, just give it a service, give it a birthday, make it all good. So that's going in on Tuesday. I'll pick that up Wednesday, and then that's going into the panel beaters on Friday for it to be there for to be stripped back and do
the roof paint, bonnet paint,
bonnet paint, rear bar paint, spoiler paint, and what else? And the door handles, because a few of them were chipping, with the clear was chipping on them, so they're gonna do those, and then it should be pretty good. I'm gonna buff it back and give it a coating, and it should look glamour.
It's gonna look very nice.
So I said to Simon, I'm gonna come in and take the headlining out of that car so I can pull the rails off and maybe see 1D prints to try, because I've got one good one off.
David's done these rails before. He's sick of
them intimately.
Yes, so
he's like, oh, please, no more of these. Dan.
No, I think I've just mentioned that. He's like, all right, I'm sorry, look at the time, I got to go, and he's gonna.
Yeah, I think that's Norris Kath. Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll be in there, and I'll be picking that up in a few months' time. Or I said, look, as long as it's before the end of the year, because it's not getting put on the road until next year anyway. So, but it'll be good because I can go give that a go. The second
for that car for that long?
Yeah, absolutely. He said there's no rush on it. He's like, I'm busy flat out anyway, so it'll be just.
What's just going to sit there?
He's going to just get it to it on the weekend. So Simon will start prepping it on Saturday afternoons, and then his dad, who's the painter, will paint it all up and be good. Happy days. So that'll be awesome. The last thing I've done, well, I thought I'd be a bit of Rob Zadai, and I obviously I think I mentioned on the show, I got a genuine lip spoiler for the SV21 Camry, or VZV21s. Like you could tick the box. I've got one of the brochure, well, not brochures, one of the magazines of when that car came out, and the magazine car had the same little lip spoiler and everything. So I was like, well, got to track one down. Tracked one down, and it was in a right old state. Someone had put a sticker on it with neighborhood watch. So it was just I don't know who
on the spoiler.
On the spoiler, it was just it was one of it was yeah, it was. I'll send you a photo of what it looked like. So
all the stickers to put on it.
Made no
sense.
It's
a Camry, I suppose. Now I saw a strange car parked over the road.
It was there for 2 hours.
Mrs. Johnson hasn't opened her blinds this morning. Like neighborhood.
So it was random. I even said to the guy, neighborhood watch, really? He's like, oh, or whatever. It actually came off in a Polo, so that was
well, that's a very neighborhood watch car.
That's a very neighborhood watch car. So
yeah, I thought there would have been many Polos with that spoiler on the tail, on the boot lid.
Yeah,
not a lot.
Not a lot.
Moron, isn't it? It doesn't go together.
No, it does not at all. So I sanded it all back, filled it in, and then because it's like a urethane kind of spoiler, like the old TX3s. They had those like foamy urethane things. I gave it a plastic primer, so it's got a bit of flex in it here, and I've done a few layers of base coat, sanded it back, did more layers of base coat, because when you're painting outside, even though you're trying to control the area, stuff just gets in the paint. Like it's just so hard to control it, which is a bit of annoying. So I got it as good as I could, and I've cleared it. I'm gonna denib it tomorrow and give it 1500 wet and dry back and then polish it. And it should come up okay. A friend of mine who I work with, I painted it at work. I cleared it today at work. But one of the guys I work with, lovely gentleman, hello to you, Emilio. He's one of my fellow art teachers. He was formerly in a past life a panel beater, and he was saying, yeah, you know what, you've done an all right job for out of a can. So look, it'll go on. I'll put it on, see what it looks like. You know, because I am getting the bars done on that car at some point too, because the old people who owned it before me, unfortunately, Braille parked it, which is very easy to do. So I'd get those done, I'd get the rear spoiler properly done. But just to get it on to see what it looks like and to see if I'm happy with it. I thought I'd give it a go, and you know, for my friend who's a panel beater, who was panel beater for years actually, said you've done a pretty half decent job. He's like, look, there's a couple of nibs and a couple of little bits and things that you just unfortunately you're not going to get out. I had just done my last layer of clear. I turned around and then like a little fly landed in it.
Oh.
And I'm like, you're kidding. He's like, you'll get it out later, So I'm like, oh, okay. So
out the fly.
So I got out later. So he's like, you might need a denib it. And you might say you actually might need one more coat of clear just to fill in those little things. So I've kept the can of clear at work.
5 footprints.
Yeah. Oh man, it was like the fifth layer of clear, like the final layer of clear, and I was like, you know what, it's been good. I was cleaning up as I was going, and I got it. But I thought I didn't do too bad a job. I've got some pictures. I don't know if you can see it. It's
I'm getting mixed messages from this car, Matthew, because you've got the rear louvre, which is grandpa, and then a spoiler.
Well, you can put them together. I've seen it done together.
Can you?
Well, that's what we're about to find out, Edward. Okay, that's what we're about to find out.
No, it's granny, but it's sporty. I'm like,
Well, it is the hot one. It's the V6. So and it's got a front spoiler. So you need to even it out with the rear
it's got
spoiler.
the lip bit.
It's got the little lip. So
and to be fair, having the louver and the spoiler does work with the old Punch It Margaret ad too.
It does, yeah. So that car was famous for that, punch it, Margaret, kind of mentality.
Good.
So look, I'm gonna put it on, see what it looks like. If I don't like it, I can take it off. It's a 2-second job. I'm just gonna double side tape it on.
What's our topic for tonight, Matthew?
Topic for tonight, gentlemen. So obviously we've seen the decline of Japanese cars in Australia with the uptake of Chinese cars and other brands, coming to fruition here in the Australian landscape of vehicles. It's an interesting time to be a Japanese car fan, because I find that they've got so many great offerings overseas, yet we don't get them. My issue is, do we think that the Japanese are shooting themselves in the foot by not bringing and offering these cars here? Because I know there's a few reasons why. One, ADRs are quite stringent and they're hard to make a car for. But for example, car companies are still bringing them here, like through grey imports. Yeah. And they're selling. So, for example, the new Prius looks really good. For the first time, a Prius has looked actually half decent, and it actually looks awesome. Matches in with the whole Toyota family, design aesthetic. But they don't bring it here, and especially with, I think it was 200,000 hybrid vehicles sold here last year, and that's virtually all of Toyota's lineup. That is a big, as another thing that they're missing out on. And yes, Toyota is dominating the market. We all know that. But from the other Japanese manufacturers, like for example, Honda, like the Jazz / Fit as it's known overseas, that's such a massive loss, for that company. With the grey imports selling quite well, if that doesn't show what the people want. I just feel like the Japanese car companies have gotten so, what's the word? Compliant and they think that let's be honest, shit doesn't stink, that they can afford to keep selling cars the way they are. Now, I know Honda and Civic is 47 grand to get into it. I understand that, yes, and I believe, and from all accounts, and from sitting in its competitors in the Corolla and i30 and Mazda 3, it's the far better car. It's a more premium car. It's actually a better car than a 3 Series or a C class, and it's cheaper. So it's more expensive than than a roller, but less expensive than a 3 Series. But I just think it's marketed terribly. So I think personally the Japanese, it's a personal opinion, but the Japanese car manufacturers aren't like are shooting themselves in the foot, because if you look at all the car facts, and Ed, you would see this, through your company, they've, the nosedive that their sales of having has just been nuts. Like I think I was reading a stat. Was it BYD, or was one of the one of the Chinese companies? No, I think it was Cherry. Cherry sold like 20,000 cars in 1 year. The next year they sold like 40 something thousand or 50,000 or something. Like the increase is massive, while all the Japanese car companies besides Toyota are facing decreases. That's Subaru, that's
Even
Suzuki.
Toyota's decreased. They're not immune to the recent.
Absolutely.
They're
Like
down on what they were.
absolutely they are, and like they're getting away with it for now. But as I said, I think your Suzuki's, your Subarus, your Isuzus, they're all facing stiff competition now, and they're not really changing much about it. And the Chinese companies are coming in, they're lowballing, offering a ton of tech, and offering more than what the Japanese are offering. And I think the Japanese, like the range of cars that they're offering is not great in comparison, because when you've got, for example, Honda's got a Ridgeline overseas, which is a big seller and it looks really good. They could sell really well here. The Jazz could sell really well here, as it proved to have done years ago, and it's still doing on the grey import market. My question is to you guys: what are the Japanese? Well, I'll ask this question first. What are the Japanese car manufacturers doing wrong, and why are they losing their market share? And then I'll ask in a little bit, how are they going to improve to take back the reins? Why do you think that they are all in a sales decline?
I reckon they're lazy.
Yep.
Just lazy.
And would you say lazy just because they think they've, as I mentioned earlier, like they're
the best product, and they always release any updates in
dribs and drabs,
rather than giving you this all new, singing, dancing, whistling about all the whistles and bells in the car.
Mm.
It's just that they don't sort of seem to do that, or hadn't done that in the past, and maybe now they're starting to do it, but they missed the boat a little bit.
Well, I think that they didn't expect the Chinese companies to hang around, and to be fair, they hadn't in the past. Like Cherry's, this is their second bite or third bite of the cherry at this point in time. Thank you. I'm here till next Thursday. They had that. They've had GWM wasn't a massive seller, but they kind of stuck around, and now they're in the top 10, top 5, I think. BYD, when Elon Musk was laughing at BYD, only a few years ago, now he's buying batteries off them for his Teslas. So it's compliance, I think, is a bit of an issue. And I think you're right, Rob. I think they got lazy, but I also think that they're marketing and completely wrong. Like, the Honda, the fact that they're not selling a Jazz, just to get foot traffic in your door. And I know you want to see them as a more premium brand, but yes, they had an increase from last year, but they were selling, I think their best year here was like 80,000 cars a year or something, David. Like that, they were selling something ridiculously, like, this is heyday, like called Euro Day, like proper.
Yeah, okay.
This is, I think they sold 12,000 last year, and sorry, no, the year before, and then 14,000 this year. So they've made an increase, but it's, when you look at Cherry and stuff that are selling 40, 50, 60,000 cars, and they've come out of completely nowhere. And these legacy brands, which we all know and love, are just letting it happen. Like they've got the product. Why don't they sell it here? And I think that's that's a big issue.
I certainly know in the case of the Jazz that every car has to have a workable business case.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that Honda Australia don't like the Jazz. It's not that they don't think the Jazz will sell here. It's not that they don't want to offer the Jazz here. It's that for the price that they could negotiate with the factory to get the Jazz, given the volumes from here, it just doesn't stack up. They would be losing, like what they'd have to ask for it to have it make money. It just prices it way out of the market, but no one will buy it at that level. So it's a fine line between between sort of wanting it and knowing that it's going to sell at 22,990, but if they can't get it here under 35 grand, and I'm not, I don't know the exact figures, I'm just hypothesizing, but no one will buy it at that money, and so therefore they're better not bringing it because they'll just lose money on every car.
But hypothetically, right? They bring in here and let's say they break it even on every car. That's still sales through parts, still sales through service.
If they broke even on every car, maybe there's
and it gets foot traffic in the door. They're like, oh, maybe next time I'll get a Civic.
but I think that's the problem. I think they couldn't. I think given the manufacturing costs of the factory they had to source it from, which was Thai, I think not Japanese anymore. I think it was just uneconomical,
Yeah, for a Thailand built car, it was uneconomical.
I don't know if they build those in Thailand. I think they're all Japanese built.
Did they come from Thailand?
They did. They did.
Maybe the new ones are Japanese built.
New ones. They're all hybrid. I don't know that they do hybrid out of Thailand.
Yeah, they may. Yeah, maybe not.
It's Honda's
So it's
showroom door that you can go to and have a look at and kick the tires and drive the car.
Yeah, there's still showrooms, absolutely.
yeah.
They still do. I see a few near where my work is, but
And I think that's the problem where you've got Japanese brands who are really looking, well, what are we making? What's the business case for doing this? The Chinese are in a different phase and they're just like, we will lose money on every car. We don't care. We want to get a foothold in this market. So they're coming at it from, maybe where the Japanese were 15, 20 years ago and like BYD are, they can't be making money on every car given like what they're selling them for, but they don't care. They just want market share.
Yeah.
But do you think don't you think that the Chinese are at least they're offering people what they want?
They're offering
they wouldn't be selling if they weren't. Yes, they're cheap. Yes, they're
offering tech at a cheap price and a long warranty.
Yeah, correct.
That's what
and most people want that.
For a lot of people that don't care. I mean, look at the Hyundai Excel at 13,990 from years ago. That was the number one selling car, and it was a brand that people didn't know how to pronounce it. It was from Korea. Oh, you got a Korean car. People really turned their nose up at those early on. Late 80s Hyundai, like what? Hyundai, like what the hell? And why would I buy one of those?
What was the ad? You say hi, we say hi.
There was all day, every day.
Hyundai, yeah.
But they were there, in the 90s, but it was 13,990 and it was a brand new car and it offered people a brand new car that had never had a brand new car before in their life. Like these were people who were just forever going to be secondhand buyers, could suddenly choose their color and drive out in a brand new car with warranty. And it's a little bit the same with the Chinese now. Like, okay, everything else has gone nuts over the last few years due to the cost of steel and, importing whatever. But to get a brand new Cherry in the 20s with a 7-year warranty and all the tech and it looks not half bad, that's sort of what people were missing and they don't care. They're seen as throwaway cars, or the Excels certainly were. They were seen as, oh, well, if I get 5 years out of it and throw it away, who cares? It was 13,990, And that is a bit like, oh, well, who cares with the Tiggo Pro 4, whatever it is, it's 24 grand. Like, I'll keep it for 5 years, 6 years and piff it.
Yet they built them on the same platform as Volkswagen. So,
so there you go. Yeah, I think it's not that the Japanese brands aren't sitting there. I think they're probably worried because
they're stressing. Yeah,
they'll be stressing, losing market share, and thinking, "Oh, what are we going to do next?"
But in some ways, the market in Australia, it's finite. There's only so many cars. It's a small market.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, worldwide, it's 1.1 million cars a year. That's it.
That's right. That's right. So there, with all the new brands coming in every month, like everyone is just going to be having a smaller piece of
slice of the pie. Yeah, and they won't all survive. They'll fast forward 5 years, and there'll be some that are just like, it's not worth us even trying in that market. We tried it, we're not there. BYD might have maintained a foothold because they were one of the earliest Chinese brands to sort of hit it hard.
I think GWM will stay around.
GWM, they've got the tank and maybe your Denzas, and there'll be some that remain, but I don't think all of them will. I drove behind an Ion Gak Ut the other day, and I was like, "What is that?" So it was AION, Aeon, or however you say it.
I
But then
think it's a Geely brand, I think.
it was made by GAC,
Hmm.
GC. I don't know if it's called GAC or GSC. And then the badge on the other side was UT, UT. Like Aeon GAC UT. Great.
It's a good name. Like it.
Get me one of those.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the name of the episode. Aeon Gakart.
Aeon GAC UT. And it was beige.
Beige.
And I just thought, yeah, all right. Well, it was probably a press car. I don't know if anyone bought one.
Mm.
Oh, there's a few on the road. I think a lot of the big, what I was saying before about the market being finite and the fact that everyone's going for a smaller piece of the pie. Some of the bigger, more established international companies, it will prove not worth their while. Like Australia's getting to be a bit of a nuisance for them, really. I think because they've got to comply all these cars. They've got to provide the spare parts back up for 7 years. Japanese manufacturers, a lot of them are more conservative, I think, with their cars and the models they release. So I just, yeah, I think that we'll probably see some legacy brands go because it's just not worth,
The
chasing
time.
in here in Australia when they've got, huge markets like America and Europe. I mean,
Yeah.
Honda dominates in America
Mm.
and manufacture over there, of course, and Japan. I mean, they've just done. I thought saw something today. I think it's the 3 millionth N van they've just produced in like 10 years. Like they reckon that's the quickest they've ever got to that milestone. So I mean, they're certainly still building and selling cars.
Like I
The
can
home
totally see that. Yeah, like they do very well in those markets. And but like you made a good point in terms of the Australian market. Do you reckon they just kind of hang on and see where this plays out if any of these manufacturers don't last, and they'd say, all right, well, you didn't last, but we're still here. Like I think that I feel like that's what I kind of feel like Subaru and all that. They're just kind of hanging on. They just be like, oh, we're still here,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's just like, yeah, you're still here, but like you're not doing anything about it. And I think for me that's it is kind of like a sadder thing,
Definitely a shake up, definitely. I think they'll be sitting around boardrooms of the legacy brands, and going, all right, well, where are we going from here? What new product have we got coming in the next, blah? How can we frame this? How can we market this?
Interesting with the new RAV4 that's just been released. So I was talking to the dealership the other day, and they've had a lot of orders cancelled for those because now they've finally arrived. The performance is way down, not way down, but it's less than the outgoing model. And a lot of people said, "Well, I don't want one that's got less performance than the one I've got."
And you have performance, what, the power and torque of the hybrid or something?
Yeah, is
Why
lower.
is that? Why is that down?
Good question. I don't know. It's probably for more better economy, I suppose.
So are these people keeping the one they had before? Is that
Yep.
Oh.
Or looking somewhere else. But yeah, you can walk into a dealer now and buy a brand new RAV4 in stock.
Wow.
which has never happened in the last
What that?
5 or 6
I mean,
years.
it must be a big performance difference if they're whinging that much about it.
Well,
All I can
the
say is-
dealer had identified that that was happening more once
All I can
people
say is I want a
really-
CRV. I want a CRV so I can put a turntable on the roof,
Yeah.
drive it down the
ad.
road.
Someone else commented about that ad today to me, and I thought, yeah, it's probably not the best one. I do love the Prelude one. The Prelude one's really good.
I haven't seen that yet.
Oh, it's in it's filmed in the dark and it's a storage area and all these people have or not what's the expression? They're putting their dreams on hold, and they're in the storage locker, all these things, all the things that they'd wanted to do.
Oh, yeah.
And then the guy opens the one and there's a Prelude in there. So his dream back when he was young was to have
Oh, was to have a Prelude, and now he can.
Prelude, So,
Very good.
that's quite a good ad. But yeah, the turntable one leaves him a bit cold.
Also, I'm interested to see with these Chinese brands how, I mean, as I've said before, I joke with this in meetings at work, anyone can put up a tin shed, bring in a car, put up a flag and flog it. If it's cheap, it's got a long warranty. Like that's not the hard bit. I mean, it's hard. I'm not saying it's easy, but but that's the easy bit. The hard bit is the back end, the warranty, the parts, the support, the service, or you might buy one of these things, but are you going to buy 2, 3, and 4 of these things? If Hyundai didn't do the right thing, you might buy your Excel when you're 18, but are you going to upgrade to a Santa Fe when you're 25 and you have your first kid, or blah blah blah. So I'm fascinated to see how these cars last after 5 years and 100,000 K, and servicing issues and warranty issues, and just ownership experience of those cars. I'm fascinated to see that.
But Ed, you mentioned it earlier. You said they're going to be throwaway cars. Like no one's going to care.
Well, I mean, we've had that before, but Hyundai still did service XLs, and they still did last a reasonable time, and get the price and all of that. So yeah, they might be fine, but they might not. But like, I rang a BYD dealer the other day to check on a VIN. I just wanted to verify the spec of it through work, and I said, "Could I talk to your parts department, please?" And she said, "Oh, I'm sorry, what?" And I said, I'd like to talk to your parts department. I want to buy a BYD part." And she said, "Oh, I'll just put you through to sales." Like, the parts department wasn't even an option. And I'm okay, that's interesting. So one of the top selling cars at the moment in Australia, and you don't have a parts department that I can talk to, that worries me. I'm sure that will improve. I'm sure there'll be things put in place, but that's what's out there at the moment. That's what's going on, and it scares me. Like, another guy I know who's in the industry had an LDV van. Like, he's a dealer, and he said it sat there for 6 months waiting on a steering rack. It needed a new steering rack for roadworthy or whatever. Couldn't get it. 6 months. He's just got this paperweight in the corner. Can't get a steering rack. Like now that doesn't happen on a Mazda or a Toyota or a Subaru, or maybe even a Cherry. It doesn't happen. So there are issues with it. And, family friends rang me recently and said, "Oh, we want to sell our Pajero," of all things. I mean, can you imagine? And
outrageous.
They have had it since 2009 or something. So they've had a good run out of it. And they were going to buy a Discovery. And I said, "Don't do that. Buy a Paj." And so they can thank me for that, because they've had a good run out of the Paj. And it's funny, she said, oh, it's how many Ks on it? And she said, "Oh, it's done lots of Ks." It turns out it was 228. And I was like, oof.
It's barely run in.
Oh, geez, don't even blink at that. Anyway, they were looking at some Sea Lion, what is it, BYD Sea Lion, or 8 or 10 or 12 or 13 or something.
Or as the guy on the radio talked about them the other day, the Cillians.
The Cillian. Yes, the Cillian. Are they from Italy?
Yes, that's right.
From the south of Italy.
No, they're not.
No, I'd like to put them in the ocean near Italy. So I said, "Look, here's my thoughts on the Chinese brands. I know they offer great value and great features, but just have a think about the rest of it." And they ended up getting a, like yours, David, but a Kia. So the Kia Sportage. Yes. GT something with some nice spec in it, and demo model, and in a hybrid, and they're wrapped. So at least that, they've been around long enough that there's some backup there.
Yeah.
I think it's just disappointing that there's so many models over there that we just don't get. But in saying that, it makes sense, because we're just not a big market. We're not
cool cars.
We're not worth it, because by the time we get it here, it's going to be too expensive. We've still got the stupid car tax, the luxury car tax, that we're looking after nothing. We should be changing over to New Zealand when it comes to cars coming into Australia, because we're not protecting anything.
When I was there, Scotty, the cars they had were insane. It was so cool.
Weren't they talking about getting rid of the luxury car tax?
It makes them too much money.
It makes them too much money.
Yeah.
It just makes them too much money. So why would they get rid of it? They just sweep that under the rug.
Yeah. But also, like, a lot of the cars that are coming in are blobs. They're hybridy SUV blobs. They're not exciting cars out of China. They're just sort of basic transport cars out of China. So, I still think there's room for some cool stuff. Bring in cool stuff, and people buy it.
That's because we just make deals with China.
Yeah.
And they take our gas, and we buy it back.
Tinfoil hat back on with that one. It's just we've made deals.
Scotty,
We've just made deals with China. Australia works with them, and we're just letting them bring everything in and cutting them all kinds of deals. That's why they're importing so many at the same time,
Yeah.
because they don't need to. What was it I was watching recently? So when you're bringing in the hybrids or the electric cars, um, you can bring them in. And then the following year, when you mark them as like they're ready to be sold, so you don't need to actually sell the car yet, and you get some kind of tax benefits.
Yeah, that was why they said BYDs were being brought in by the thousands, plonked in
Yeah.
paddocks,
Yeah.
and unsold to get that concession or whatever it was.
I'm going to
Yeah.
send you. I'm going to send you guys
Solid.
a video this afternoon, also this evening, and just remind me. It's exactly about that and about BYD. It's an interesting watch. Jim, would you
That's how
agree?
they're making their money.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree with Rob's point that the Japanese car makers, I think, on the whole, are quite lazy. When I've been bored to go in and I've gone into a Toyota dealership to just test drive something, the overwhelming feeling I've had from several is just complete complacency, I think, and just can't really be bothered with interacting with people because they just sort of know, oh, well, especially with Toyota, if it's got the right badge on it, then we don't really have to be as active in chasing people for sales and things like that. So I think the other issue over time, of course, is that prices of cars have crept up, which is always going to be a motivator when you've got a family and a cost of living crisis. So for the average person who is not a car punter, they're going to think, why am I going to spend X number on a Toyota when I can spend a third less on something else and not have a car talk crew to sort of, explain the ins and outs of why that isn't the best decision that they're making. But I do think that the other issue that the Japanese have got is that the Chinese are obviously able to respond much faster to what people want.
Yeah.
Like people have said before about the part supply, I do worry about that because to me it looks a bit like when you go into an electronics store and every time you go there are brands you've never heard of before. And I'm a bit worried about that becoming the same with cars because, good luck getting parts and things like that. And, for example, the cost of a new windscreen, if you've got all that active safety stuff, the cost of a new windscreen is ridiculous. So trying to buy a used car, perhaps it's just got a broken windscreen means there's no point in paying for it and things like that in the future. So I think the issue the Japanese have got is, responding to market taste, having something that covers a whole lot of ground, is appealing to owners and things like that in a way that is reflective of where current market trends are going. I think the legacy brands are probably getting better slowly, but again, because they've had this sort of sudden wave coming, I don't know how it'll go, but I think like we've already touched on too, people will buy them, will buy new brands now, but would they go back to them again in the future? I don't know. And it does remind me a bit of sort of like, say, pre-1930s automakers when there were so many of them. And then, partly because of the Great Depression, they got culled down to a more reasonable number. And it looks a little bit like that to me at the moment too.
In America, they've got this place called Burt's Mega Mall.
Burt's Mega Mall.
Mega Mall.
You go in
Sure,
there,
yeah, sure.
You've got every brand motorcycle and every type of motorcycle, every brand of buggy, every brand of personal watercraft, all under the one roof.
Wow.
Isn't that cool? Like,
Fantastic.
imagine if you had like a Bunnings-esque, size your building, and you had aisle 4 was your super minis, aisle 2 was your hatchbacks, and you could not genuinely, and what each person from you still get your main dealerships, but what they would do is they would send one of their cars for each model, like you got your Mazda 3, your Mazda 6, your whatever they had, and you can go shop in that car, in that all that in that vicinity, all that small SUV, all that sports car, all that whatever, what have you. Wouldn't that just make it why hasn't anybody done that?
Well, they have caravan and camping shows. They got everything under the one.
No, you got a good point. You got a good point. All right. Secondly,
they also have Car City Ringwood.
But they're used cars.
I know, but still.
We could have like a JB Hi-Fi version of it. Anyway, what do the Japanese need to do to stop the wave, as you mentioned, Jim? I think I personally think like is they need to offer some of the stuff that they offer overseas, and they need to listen to the market, what the market's after. I think that's a big, I think that's a big thing. That they see what is selling, what is the market wanting. They're wanting tech, they're wanting longevity of warranty, and they're wanting a cheaper price. Okay, so how can we give that? How can we give them an option? I think they've got too many cars worldwide. Yeah, and I know some of the cars, like for example, the Ridgeline, that it hasn't been engineered for right hand drive. Okay, cool, but maybe the next generation could. You know, you could say, well, you know, considering our market is flooded with Hiluxes and Rangers, you know, it's something that would be a better, more reliable, more car-like to drive, because that's where 99% of them spend the time of you know, then they don't go off-road. Let's be honest, like, you know, 90% of them don't. You know, would you rather one that drives better? Like, and that's why the Shark 6 is doing such a great job. It drives really well. So I think they need to do that. I think they need to you know, to get people in the doors. They need to you know, market correctly. Um, you know, yeah, I just think that they need to really wake up to themselves and say, okay, you know what? Actually, these guys are coming for us. We gotta do something. Well, what do you think they need to do, guys, before we get to the quiz?
Well, they're asking premium price. They just need to provide a premium product.
Okay. Yep. Fair.
If they want to sell something, like step up,
Hmm.
advertise. Don't be lazy. Like from what Jim was telling me, they're too complacent with everything. They're like, well, you know, this is our product. We already know it's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, say that. Talk about it. What makes it better than these other cars that are around there?
Show me the value.
Yeah, start slandering. Bring that back. Slander the other brands. Oh, come on.
It's in a commercial.
Bring it back. Yeah. Tell everyone how crap the Chinese cars are that are coming over. Make up stuff.
They used to do stuff like that, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
politicians do it. Come on.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember when I was a kid, when the Genesis, the Sega Genesis came out. It was like Sega do what Nintendo don't. Like, you know, like
Yes.
so you know, it was just like, oh, like that's yeah, clever. Yeah, it's stuff like that. You know, really, really. Yeah, I'm with you, Scotty. Yeah, power to the people, I think, is what needs to happen with that.
Slandering.
And look, you know, fair play to Honda. They're advertising their cars, but you know, if you're gonna, like you said, Rob, if you're gonna make it say it's premium, at least, you know, at least explain that, you know, and because you know the Honda Civic Hybrid last year won, I think, was it Wheels Car of the Year or something? It won a decent award. So
it's one more again this year.
Yeah, so you know, like. You say that. That is your marketing tool right there. Right. It is the best car that you can buy for the money. Buy it. You know, it's proven by every Tom, Dick, and Harry who's tested the car.
Specs, so put the latest specs down, and their specs don't match their cost, their price.
Yeah,
you know, performance, and all that other stuff that goes with it. You know, range, all that sort of stuff. And the Chinese are fighting each other to get the best performance, the best range,
and they market that too.
And they're marketing it.
That's right.
Yeah. I'm going a few years back here when my brother and wife were looking for a second car, and they wanted a kind of like an SUV style one, a little bit bigger. And we looked at the Mazdas. Yeah, built great, but the interior, like electronics, it didn't even have a screen in the middle. It was just this rectangle display in the middle. And then we had a look at some other brands, and you get a full proper screen in there set up, and the interior was nicer. And it ended up being cheaper compared to the Mazda. It just didn't have what you'd expect for that money. And you know, and they're charging more. Yeah, the Mazda's probably more reliable engine-wise, but what you get inside, it's nothing. And the car they picked up has got 7 years warranty on it anyway.
Well, that's what you know, a friend of mine did, George. He, you know, he's come out of a BMW, you know, E60, and we went and had a look at some. He wanted to buy a, you know, an SUV, we went and looked at a few different brands, and we went to Kia, we went to Hyundai, we went to Toyota. He just was like, "What the hell? You're getting absolutely nothing." He went to Mitsubishi, looked at the Outlander, and I was trying to push him towards the Outlander. He got 10-year warranty and stuff, but he's like, "For what? Like mid, like low mid spec Outlander, you can get a top spec, which is Haval H6 GT with everything and like more than the top spec, um, Outlander for like." Base model Outlander pricing. He's like, why would I do anything else? And I guess that's why you're right, Scotty. That's why they're buying it. But there is really no incentive with those Japanese cars at the moment. So I think that is, I think they need to play on what they know best: their reliability, their brand structure, their brand
Dealer
network,
network.
the network. Absolutely, like play on that. So I mean, they got Russell Coit doing their ads these days, Mitsubishi. Say, well, but you buy Mitsubishi. You could do what you said, Scotty. They take an MG and they take a bloody Mitsubishi Outlander out to the bush, and it's Coit approved because if they both broke, the Mitsubishi's got a service center out there to help you. They got a wider network. Where does the MG go? You got to go. I got to go back into town, mate. Go back to the big smoke. And it's. And if they play on that, they'll be actually, you know what? Yeah, you never know. It might persuade you.
Just on the Haval H6, that car was also damaged that fateful night.
It was.
Was it written off, or is it going to be
repaired?
How are they going parts wise?
Well, it was pretty badly damaged. It's just the wheel was off the car essentially, and it got hit pretty bad. So they've said that it's repairable, and it was getting written off, and then it wasn't. Then it was getting written off, then now it's not, and now it's getting repaired. So,
very interesting to see how the parts. I mean, that's a big hit, so it's going
a massive hit.
Parts.
Yeah,
it'd be very interesting to see how long it's off the road for.
Yeah, well, it's already been. I think tomorrow's a month. So, and they were still teetering whether they're going to repair it or not. So it's been a month to get to this point. So I think he's still got a long while to wait. Let's see how that goes. Any last points, gentlemen, before we get to the quiz?
One thing I'll add in too. I appreciate that I'm too old for this to work on me as a marketing mechanism, but I don't see how using influencers to try and persuade people into legacy brands is having any sort of an impact. Because surely they'd just be looking at whatever's just going to suit their family, as opposed to whether or not I can trim a bonsai plant while I'm in the front passenger seat of a CRV. Like that doesn't actually. I don't see that's going to persuade anybody to buy a car, but. Yeah, all of that I just find a bit like mind-boggling. But I think as we
what were they thinking?
I don't know, but like as we've touched on before, I think it would be. It could even be a bit cheeky with NAD and sort of like drive past an LDV and ask them if they're ute thrusting, or perhaps like drive past somebody else and ask, have you got that tail light yet? Like that in an ad sort of thing to sort of reiterate that sort of again the accessibility of parts and everything else. But leading into wanting to get customers back in the door as opposed to just assuming that they will is a losing strategy.
I think it's too late to show tech. I think they need to really emphasize who they are as a brand. Like I remember one of the reasons my dad bought a Territory back new in 2006 was the ad that they had for it. The lady was it was the first Australian car offered with a reverse camera. And in the ad, you only see half her face, but she manages to see everything because of the reverse camera, safety for the kids and all that stuff. And it got tons of people in the door, and they sold bucket loads of them because of that, that one feature. If tech's not your thing, utilize what you know best. And that's your understanding of Australia and the landscape. And, you're right, Jim, don't get any bloody influencer like that. I watched that ad. I watched it probably twice. I don't know if you've seen it, David, this guy cutting a bonsai tree. It's showing how smooth the CRV is by trimming a bonsai tree in the car. I'm like, you got to be kidding yourself, Honda. Like, what are you doing? That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. Who are you trying to be? A 2CV with peasants and eggs in the back over a field? Like, what are you trying to do? That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. Mr. Miyagi would not be trimming his bonsai in a CRV. Let's put it that way. All right. Well, we know what
Yeah,
they need
he
to
had a
do.
decent car collection.
He did. He did. He had some great cars.
The quiz, let's go.
Quiz time.
Oh.
Scotty Doe has kindly offered to do our quiz for us today. Scotty, your quiz.
So it's me. I'm the boss. I'm already going to give the point to Rob. I think Rob wants a point, so the quiz is done.
Quiz is done. All right, done.
Wait, you just give him one. That's it.
Yeah, Rob wins.
I'm just going to skip class if I don't win.
Yeah.
Too many teachers around.
I know, right? Bloody hell.
Yeah.
What have I got? I've got a pretty good mix of here and there. Some questions. There's quite a few bonus questions. There's some. Yeah. We'll keep it as that. We'll keep it as that. It's good. It's a good mix.
All right, let's do it.
Question number 1. This is going to be closest to, unless I don't know somehow you've read the news and you know. Bathurst is seeking funds for Mount Panorama upgrades. How much do they want?
Ed,
Mr. Ed.
13 million.
Okay, we got 13 million.
30 million for Ed.
So who are they seeking them from? Did they say?
Or government.
Oh, it's a government. It'd be like $400 bazillion. Matthew, I'm going to say 100 mil to redevelop and resurface the whole place.
Okay, we got 100.
Rob, I'll go 40 mil.
40.
I'll go 25.
Fav.
I'll go 64.
All right. Closest is a gym. They are after 70 million.
Wow.
So 70 million to upgrade and resurface the whole track. They want to resurface it. Last time it was resurfaced, I think they said was like 2009 or something. So
I was thinking just sort of rebuild one of the clubhouses or something.
No, I think mainly they want to upgrade safety as well. So
Safety is important.
no, it's not. Who cares?
Straighten up Skyline, get rid of the dipper. It's already not a dipper anymore. It's just a pump.
I just have a straight line.
Just it, the whole thing. No, that's unsafe. Can't have a straight line.
Let's all just sit at home. Save 70 mil.
Just play it online. Just have the drivers play it online.
Do it with hot cars.
Put in another chase halfway down Conrod Straight.
Have them all with speed limiters.
100%. Yeah, better yet, put a speed bump in the middle of the track.
Yeah. They're doing 80 down Conrod Straight. That's not miles, that's kilometers. Look at them go. Question number 2. When did the first race take place at Mount Panorama? So what year?
Ed, 1958.
No.
Jim?
Jim.
Was it 1960? No. 1962?
No.
David.
Yes, David.
1961.
No.
I reckon it was earlier, for 1953.
I reckon it's older.
No. Not 50. Maybe I should have said decade.
Matthew, I'm going to say 1922.
1922. Look, Matty's closer.
Yeah, but he didn't get it.
But he didn't get it. It was 1938.
Oh, 38. Okay.
38. 1938. From what I can see, it was motorbikes first.
I actually spoke to the guy who still held the lap record for the what's it called? The sidecar lap record around Bathurst. And he showed me some pictures. And he was a very, very reserved elderly gentleman who said that once I got my first car, I must buy a Honda Accord.
Oh, that would have been scary.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
This next one, you're going to have to try and buzz in quick because there's someone sitting here that's going to get in super fast because he's super nerdy when it comes to Fords.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
How many kilowatts did the first Typhoon come out with?
Matthew.
He's already on it.
200. I'm going to give myself the point already. I'll tell you how confident I am. 270.
Yes, it's 270 kilowatts.
Quite a lot.
It is quite a lot.
Arrow, mate.
How much?
But a bonus question that's connected with this Typhoon is they borrowed 2 engine components from the LPG engine. What were they?
Matthew.
Oh,
Oh, gee, that's hard. I heard them at the exact same time.
Oh,
but
you can
because
go, Ed.
Ed's name is shorter.
Component comes from me and then
Finishes
one from
first.
Matt.
Oh, you go, Ed. Go.
Okay, my one component is the rods, the con rods.
Yep, rods is one.
They did.
That's half a point.
oh,
And I think they used stronger valve springs too from the Gas Falcon, correct?
Yes, and then you get half.
Okay, so half each.
But did
Half
they have
each.
a black painted block? No,
It didn't like yours.
that's right.
was special.
Super strength.
All right, for the next 2 questions, we're going to fly over to America.
America. Sure, yeah. Rafa.
Are we going to a superstore where I can compare every SUV?
Not SUVs, unfortunately. We're going back to the 60s.
Economy cars.
In cubic inches, what size did the 67 Mustang GT 500 come with?
Oh.
Ed, 63.
No,
Jim?
not 63. A lot more than that.
Jim?
It's
427?
no,
Rob, I'll just go 351.
not 351.
Matthew? Oh,
Hey.
no.
David?
The 440?
No.
No, that's a Chrysler. Is it 428?
Yeah, it was 428.
Woo!
Yeah, one off, not
Sorry, Jim.
427.
That was a
If
shit.
Matty said nothing, I was going to go, you know what, he's close enough. I was going to give you the point, but bloody Matt stole that point. So.
Sorry.
Bloody Matty.
Not right.
Sorry.
And he's encyclopedic.
Don't win Tatslotto with one number off.
No.
We can't.
This
No.
is true. This is true.
But I'm a nice person, so.
I'm about the rules.
Question number 5. What's the largest production V8 ever fitted into
Jim.
a car? In litres.
Jim? 8.2 litre in a Cadillac.
Yeah, spot on.
Well done, Jim.
Give him 2 points.
No.
Oh, right, okay.
2 points.
That was the bonus question, was Cadillac.
Nice. Which Cadillac was that in?
I think it was in the Fleetwood, I think.
Like at 70s?
Yes.
And it had
Yes.
like all of 110 horsepower because I was so choked up because of the poor,
Yeah.
the bloody.
I'd say it probably
emissions.
revs out to 3,000 RPM.
Yeah,
And it was front wheel drive.
yeah, it was for wheel drive. Yeah,
Nuts. That's just nuts.
isn't it?
Crazy. What I love is with Dodge how they take the V8 out of the motorhomes
Mhm.
for Dodge, and they put them back into some cars. So they're like the 440 big block
Big blocks.
V8s from Dodge that come into a lot of the old motorhomes. And because they're in a motorhome, they're not really stressed and thrashed and doing burnout, so they take those out and chuck them in.
That's brilliant.
to
I love
cars,
that.
yeah. That's pretty cool. All righty. Question number 6. The 4AGE motor came in a lot of different cars in different variations throughout many years.
Mm.
Which 2 manufacturers... Oh, didn't word that very well. But which 2 manufacturers that are not Japanese
David.
came with that engine? Ooh,
Matthew. Oh,
David?
David.
Lotus
Yes.
is one of them. And
Yes.
go Matthew. Sorry.
Chevrolet. They used it. Well, General Motors. They used it in some of their cars as well.
Yes, they did. They're the 2. Yeah.
So point
Ended
to
up
you.
in a Chevy Nova.
Correct.
Yeah.
Which is basically a Corolla.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and also it was in the Geo Prism.
Prism. Yep.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yep. We're coming back over to Australia now.
Thank you.
Australia.
Okay? Yeah, we're done. We're done with America, and we're coming back over here.
Well done.
The rest of the questions are based here in Australia. So,
Good.
Nice. Local.
yeah, we're gone local now.
BYD.
That local.
That would be funny. Yeah, question 7. What was the first turbocharged car sold in Australia?
Ed,
Oh,
Ed.
was it a Saab?
No.
Matthew.
Matthew.
Was it the Sigma Turbo?
Was the Sigma Turbo.
What year was that?
It's got to be like early 80s, late
81?
70s.
82, 81 or 82,
I
somewhere
thought
around
Saab
there.
turbos were sold before that.
In Australia, though, were they sold in Australia?
Yeah, weren't they late 70s, David?
Yep, they were.
Yeah, Scott, so I'll get that
No,
point.
Hey, I'm going by what Mitsubishi say. This is coming from
Sam,
Mitsubishi.
of
The
course
first
it's the
Australian-
were the first.
It's the first Australian-built turbo car sold,
Oh, sorry, okay.
the Sigma. Whereas, the Saabs came out in.
You said first turbo car.
Yeah.
I'll give
I
you.
did
I'll give you a
produce-
point, Edward. I'll give you a point.
Give him a point. Yep.
Yeah, there you
Yep.
go.
Wording wrong. Yep.
Yep.
That's fair.
Bitches. Can't trust them.
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
Bonus question on this one, so it's still connected to that same car. Who did they collaborate with?
David.
Him.
Matthew. Oh.
My God.
Yeah.
That was just like a blob of sound. It was like mixed with like David and Jim.
Feeder, parrot.
No,
No.
I think that's the answer.
I was
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say Peter Ware, but I don't know.
They had a Peter Ware edition, but
Yeah, I thought they collaborated with him.
Did you buzz in too, Jim?
I did, yeah. I was
Yeah?
going to say what Ed said, but I'm obviously
Oh,
wrong.
well,
so I'll go with
it's
Ed.
wrong. Then we're out. We're out then.
No,
David Prince.
I think it was Garrett.
it was Garrett.
Oh, for the turbocharger.
Mm,
Oh, Garrett.
Yeah,
too.
he's partnered with them.
Garrett.
Yeah. And now look at Garrett.
mm.
Kicking goals, they are. Kicking
Are they?
goals.
Are
Oh,
they actually?
oh, yeah.
Especially Peter Garrett.
Aren't they in receivership or something? Did I imagine that?
Imagine that one.
Okay.
They're huge with turbochargers.
My Discovery diesel, that old first gen I had, that was a Garrett turbo.
Yeah, pretty much in everything now.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Bonus question. How many of them were produced?
Oh God. Do we do closest to?
Sure.
Matthew, I'm going to say 2,000.
We got two foul.
I'm going to go 400.
500.
Oh, I was going to go 500. I'll go 550.
So 500 says Ed, 550 says Rob.
Jimbo.
And Jim Barlow.
I'm going to go... Oh, what way do I go? I'm going to go 600.
600.
100.
And you said 400, didn't you?
David was 400.
Yeah. Yep.
Don't matter what anyone else says because Ed's got the cookies with 500. It was exactly 500.
Well, well done,
There you go.
Ed.
Where are
I
they
could have
now?
finished it early and just said Ed got it, but I thought, you know what? Make everyone else suffer. Why not?
Yeah.
Sorry, Rob. You were going to say 500 too.
Oh.
It was 500. Question number 8. Which major manufacturer employed turbocharging first in the Australian Touring Car Championship?
David.
Oh.
David,
So did you say Australian manufacturer or manufacturer?
which major manufacturer employed turbocharging first in the Australian Touring Car
I would
Championship?
say that would have been Nissan.
Yes,
No.
it was Nissan.
I can remember being at Sandown when the Bluebird turbos in the early 80s were going around, and everything going, and they just go, you could barely hear them. They made no sound at all compared to the V8s.
Just a whoosh.
So quick.
Yeah, they would have been quick, yeah.
And then not long after, they brought out the Exa Turbo.
X Turbo.
Yeah, they're racing that thing around with all the lag.
Yep.
All the lag. All right, question number 10. This one's probably going to be pretty hard, but I thought, you know what, stuff you, so why not? Just think old. All right, it's going to point towards old.
Mhm.
It's old. I'll even give you the year. Why not? It's in the 60s.
Mhm.
All right. Yeah, I told you it's brochure. Yeah.
It's a brochure question. Yeah,
A
okay,
brochure
listen.
question.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Yep.
I didn't say that first, did I? I just said it was
No.
going to be hard. Yeah. All right. Well, there you go. Now you know. I'm great at this job. The completely new modern design inside and outside embraces the new longer and lower blank. The spacious interior for this size car and the ample light and vision through wider windshield and windows provide passengers with greater riding comfort. Larger cone-type steering wheel, light touch accelerator and brake pedals have added to ease of driving. The dashboard upholstered with thick lifeguard pad, wider windshield and enlarged
Ed.
wiper motor. Ed?
Oh, fuck. I was going to say Volkswagen Beetle, but I don't think they ever upholstered the dash in a pad.
No.
No, sorry.
David,
Yes, David.
I'll say that it's a. Can I say it's a Holden?
It's not a Holden.
Okay. I could say it, but I'd be wrong.
Look, I'll keep both of yous in. Both of you still in. Where was I? Enlarged wiper motor torque are designed with a maximum of driver's safety and ease of driving in mind. The 9-inch drum brakes ensure sure and smooth stopping. The body and frame are welded together in unitary construction to give an added degree of stability and durability. Powered by a strong 60 horsepower 1200cc engine, acclaimed all over the world as a highly efficient power unit, the new Blank follows the Blank tradition of high maneuverability, outstanding performance, and low fuel consumption.
Matthew. Oh.
Can I say Toyota Corolla?
It's not Toyota, no.
Well, the first
1200
Corolla was a 1200 and it was released in the 60s and it did have a padded dash.
Yeah, but it's not this one.
Matthew,
Yes.
it wouldn't be a Morris Minor, would it, by any chance?
Not a Morris Minor.
No padded dash, no 1200. Not
Yeah.
unless it'd been swapped with a Datto motor.
Better, yeah. Oh.
I'll let everyone have a guess and I'll bring everyone in and I'll bring in some more stats.
Mm.
Jim,
The stats might help a bit more. Jim?
is it an Alfa Romeo?
It's not an Alpha, no.
Rob?
I was going to go like a Morris of some sort too, or an Austin.
Nope.
The Renault 12 wasn't released till 1970, but that did have a padded dash and a 1200-ish cc motor.
Correct.
So I guess we're all back in. More
I'm back
stats.
in. Just so you know, this also came in an estate wagon form. What else can I tell you about it? So it's four-door as well. You've got the wagon. It's the deluxe sedan equipment comes with white sidewall tires, moldings, large disc wheels, fender backing, anti-sun glass. Pardon?
Datsun?
It is Datsun.
Ah, the little Datsun 1200.
Did you want to just take a punt? Like I'll give it to you. You don't have to give me the model, but it comes with three speed.
Is it the Datsun 1200 sedan and wagon? Is that it?
It wasn't the 1200. You still get the point anyway, but it was the Bluebird.
Oh, well done.
Yeah, I thought I'd keep with the theme.
Oh, the Bluebird. The very first gen Bluebird.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Going way back. So I knew it was going to be tricky, but I thought, you know what, if you can just guess.
That was a good one. That was good. I was
Yeah,
impressed with that, Scotty.
Yeah, it was pretty tricky. I couldn't find the 80s Bluebird brochure online that I could read because I wanted to keep to the theme of the Bluebird going.
Theme.
Well, the
I could
80s.
find it.
The 80s Bluebird, the advertising catchphrase was the first four-cylinder limousine.
That's right.
Yeah, that's all I could find. But I was like, I kind of would like to just read the proper brochure and not just a statement.
Well, there you go. Well, Scotty, thanks for the
question
quiz.
10, is that it?
That's it. That's the question 10.
We came to an end.
So,
Scotty.
score check.
You are
Thank you.
welcome.
Thank you,
Who's the winner?
Scotty.
Don't say score check. Who's the winner?
Yeah, Rob, you don't want to know your score. Jim and David on 3 each. Edward on 3.5, and unfortunately, I win on 4.
Yay, Matty! Yay! It's not unfortunate.
Good, Matty.
I'm believe it or
Good
not,
quiz.
catching you in my mind, David Prince, with your score. Thank you, Scotty. That was an awesome quiz. Much appreciated.
No problem.
Sweet. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. Let's do some plugs. Edward Bunting's buy swap sell.
Honda CRV manual 78,000k, about 10,500 drive away. Volvo XC40 2018 106,000k, 22.9 drive away, or thereabouts. And
Falcon Eco LPI Ute for sale.
no, not for sale. Not for sale. Just using to be tight. That's all.
Very good. Rob's firefighting,
rentals.
electrical, van rentals, transit write-offs, and all the above. Hit up our man there. Rob's doing it, as you guys already know. Jim's car taking. If you want your car exercised and K's added, hit up our boy Jim there. You can ask us through the podcast. We'll forward you on his. Our people will speak to your people. We can make that happen.
This is correct.
Jim, I've got a question.
Yes, Mr. Bunting.
I was in Phillip Island.
Yes.
I happened to be in the area.
Yes.
To drive down your street, just happened to be going that way. Would I see this mystery new car?
Oh, I haven't thought of that. Yes, you would.
Oh,
Interesting.
what are you doing tomorrow night, Ed?
Come around. And you know,
All right.
gas is real cheap. So I'm driving more now than I did before the fuel crisis.
Jim would recommend
maybe
getting
I'll just
a.
have. I was going to take the Magna to a union meeting tomorrow. I might just have to take the new car instead.
Car
What's
cover,
this
Jim.
new car? What's this new car?
Oh no, it's a mystery. It's a mystery car. It
I can tell you it has 4 wheels and an engine. So
might be a Datsun Bluebird.
Probably
Yeah,
another
it's-
Honda.
It's Japanese. What else did we say? It's
Japanese?
Manuel.
Manuel.
It's Datsun Bluebird. Yeah.
It's got drivers and passenger side airbags. I think
It could be the 90s Bluebird with the head-up display.
that was a cool car. I like
That
that.
was yeah.
Those in a triple S. Oh, yes, please.
Mm.
David Prince's words of wisdom.
Okay, Vincent van Gogh once said,
Oh.
I like what he said.
Oh
He's
yeah.
a friend of mine, Vincent.
Vincent, the heart of a man is very much like the sea. It has its storms, it has its tides, and in its depths, it has its pearls too.
Love that.
Ooh.
Vincent, he's so deep.
It was very deep. It was a sad man, Mr. Van Gogh. He was a very interesting character. I studied him at art school, but very interesting character.
There you go. Did say give some words of wisdom, but did also cut his ear off, which
That is also very true.
Having a bad day.
He lived a very poor life. Vincent did, and he only became famous like most artists after their death. So, and then, had a quite a rough life. Poor bloke.
Reed cut his ears off too, so
Mhm.
nothing wrong with that.
and Don
Yep.
McLean gave it right out of the song, didn't he? Was it Don McLean?
Maybe.
Starry Night.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yes.
yes, my grandmother loved that song. So yes, I do know that song quite well.
1889.
And Edward Bunting's character of Uncle Chop Chop, as Scotty said, he did it.
I'm
And
semi. I'm semi bloody. But I've done myself a mischief.
Here I am, write a bestseller. Scotty's golf tip of the week.
I was too busy doing the quiz, so
golf tip.
get out there and play.
Yeah, there and play. It's a good one.
It's a pretty good
Like
tip.
and share. Yeah, it is a great tip. Like and share our Facebook page. It's Car Talk TORQ. Matty J. If you missed any of our previous episodes, they're all up on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasting app. So don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review to us there. Get us higher on those rankings. Give us a big thumbs up. Rate the show. Comment on the show. It will really help us on the algorithms in the algorithm world, whatever that might mean. So give us a hand there. Support the show by buying some merch. The links in our show notes below. So click on the links there, and you can support us by buying some of our lovely merch that we have for sale. Jim Barlow is a big wearer of the merch. He's always rocking his Magna shirt. So is David Prince, for that matter, actually, and Edward Bunting. So if you want to look as fly as us, buy some merch, which is not very fly to be fair. Also, if you want to support the show, become a patron to our Patreon. Go to patreon.com/Patreon /Car Talk with Matty J, and you can support the show there. Hello to all our patrons, gentlemen. Honor as always. I will see you next time. Take it easy.
Cheers.